Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jnader here, and today I'm doing a top 10. I know I haven't been on YouTube for a long, like a week or something, 2 weeks. The last video was the Splatoon one, but I'm starting off with the top 10. So let's get into this with number 10. Alright, so here at number 10, we have Metapod. Now you might think that Metapod isn't a big Pokemon, but when I show you the Pokedex entry, you won't think that he's not a big Pokemon anymore. Now, we all think of Metapod as a useless Pokemon, only knows Harden, hardens itself to sleep, hardens itself awake. But there's a reason for that, and if you read Pokemon Sun's Pokedex entry, it says its shell is filled with its soft innards. It doesn't move much because of the risk it might carelessly spill its innards out. So that's a reason of why it uses harden. It hardens itself and it can't move because if it moves, it's gonna die. It's gonna lose all of its body parts. So that's it with number 10, and on to number 9. Alright, guys, so the next Pokemon we have here is Haunter. And Haunter was always like that one episode where he becomes friends with Ash and helps Ash out for a little bit. Haunter doesn't sound like and look like a vicious, bad Pokemon, a bad ghost type, like the usual ghost types like Gengar. But that's not the case. I'll show you in the Pokedex entry. Alright, so here in the Pokemon Sun Pokedex entry right here, it says it strikes at humans from total darkness. Those licked by its cold tongue grow weaker with each passing day until they die. So, like, you get licked by this thing, like in that one episode where Charmander gets licked by this thing. That Charmander was getting hurt every step. It's like poison. When you get poisoned in the old games, you would get chip damage every time, every step. That's basically what it is. Day by day, you grow weaker until they die. So that was Haunter, number 9, and on to number 8. Okay, so at number 8, we have Drifblion. Now, most Pokemon fans would know what Drifblion is for, but those of you who don't know what Drifblion is for it, like those of you who just look at Drifblion and go, that thing cannot be harmful. It even got hearts. Huh, those hearts must have crosses on them, because that's wrong. Let me show you. So, these are all going to be in the Pokemon Sun and Moon ones. So, if you can see, this is actually going to be on both Sun and Moon, both of them. So, on Sun, if you read it, it says, stories go that it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. So, if you fat, that's good, because it ain't going to take you. And in the Moon Dex entry, it says, if for some reason its body bursts, its soul spills out with a screaming sound. So all you hear is, that's what you hear. Instead of like the little, like when it deflates, that thing screams of all the children that it's taken away. Oh God! So that was number 8, and on to number 7, mate. Alright, so here at number 7, number 7, we have MiniQuake. Now, you guys probably know who MiniQuake is, that Pokemon who has to hide itself. Those of you, again, who don't know who MiniQuake is, I shall show you. Let's go. So, in the Sun Pokedex entry, it says, its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who saw what was under its rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from the shock. So this Pokemon has to wear its little disguise of its Pikachu, which is the most liked Pokemon in the world. That's why it wants to be it. So that way it doesn't kill any Pokemon / people. Which is kind of heartbreaking, because like you just want some friends. Yeah. So that was number 7, and on to number 6. Alright, here we have Beware. So this Pokemon looks like a little cuddly. He looks like he just wants to hug you and give you a big fat hug. He loves you. Little pink bear with his little ears that looks like butterfly ears. But it's very dark. So if you look at the Sun entry, it says, this immensely dangerous Pokemon possesses overwhelming physical strength. Its habitat is generally off limits. But that's not even the bad part. It's just telling you that it's really strong. In Moon, it says this Pokemon has the habit of hugging its companions. Many trainers have left this world after its spines were squashed by its hug. It just wants a hug. It just wants a hug, and no one can give it a hug because they'll kill you. Wow. Alright. Well, that was number... What was that? I already lost track. That was number 6. And on to number 5. Alright, so here at number 5, we have Phantom, which looks like a little cute little stump Pokemon. It's kind of like, it looks like that Spooked app. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hooked? That Hooked app with the face, yeah. So it just looks like a little ghost type, little grass type maybe, its little horns. It looks so cute, but it's not. Alright, so I guess I exaggerated a little bit. But its Sun entry says these Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died in the forest. Their cries sound like eerie screams. And in Moon, it says, according to a legend, medicine to cure any illness can be made by plucking the green leaves off the sun, brewing them, and boiling down the liquid. So this thing is basically a kid. It's a little kid that turns into instead of a squid, it turns into a tree. Then they take the leaves off of it. I don't know if it grows to the back, because it doesn't say it. But that was number 5, and on to number 4. Alright, so here at number 4, I feel like all these Pokemon look cute, but they're not. I mean, this one isn't really dark, more weird. More weird and kind of sad. But, yes, you can see it's Kamala. This is the Kamala. It has a wood that it was... Actually, I'm not even going to spoil it for you. Let's just go into the entry. Alright, so it's Sun entry. Actually, let's start off with the Moon entry. It says, the log it holds was given to it by its birth parents. It has also been known to cling to the arm of a friendly trainer. So this wood that I just showed you that he has, it clings onto their arm. I don't know if they mean by it they hold it, but I'm pretty sure they mean it's like a magnet and it clings onto their arm. So now let's get into the weird part in Sun. In Pokemon Sun, it says it is born asleep and it dies asleep. All its movements are apparently no more than the result of its tossing and turning in its dreams. Now that's weird. Now you may be like, okay, he just sleeps. He's like a sleepwalker. But this guy may be having bad dreams. No, seeing as it can learn moves like Thrash, Earthquake. It can learn acrobatics. It can learn fighting type moves. It can learn many different moves. It can learn many different moves that it really roll out too, which means it turns into a rock and destroys everything and does more damage, which means that this thing it's having some bad dreams. Yo, it's having some, and it learns punishment, which is wow. So that was number 4, and on to number 3. Alright, so here at number 3 we have Frostlass. Now, this is it's 100% female, and Frostlass is an ice and ghost type. No, it doesn't look that scary. I mean, it's a ghost type. It doesn't look that scary of a ghost type, but you haven't seen the truth. Alright, so here in the Sun entry, it says, no, I'm going to start off with the Moon entry. It says, the soul of a woman lost on a snowy mountain, possessed an icicle, becoming this Pokemon. The food it most relishes is the souls of men. That thing just loves, it wants to be a woman who loves men, but the men don't like it because it kills them. And in Sun, it says, when it finds humans or Pokemon it likes, it freezes them and takes them to its chilly den, where they become decorations. So both of these are just creepy. Both of these are creepy, but they're not as creepy as the next two. Now, before I get into these last two, I'm gonna say that these are my opinion. If you guys disagree, I want you to put it in the comments. And that was number 3, and on to number 2. Alright, so at number 2 we have Slagoon. This Pokemon doesn't look as dangerous at all. It is a dragon type, and it doesn't look dangerous. Look at its derpy little flute. So, that's what it sounds like, okay? But it doesn't stop there. Alright, so if you can see, in both Sun and Moon are creepy, but in Sun it says it has trouble drawing a line between friends and food. It will calmly try to melt and eat, even those it gets along well with. So Ash had a Sliggoo. I don't even know why I didn't melt him. Probably was. But into the Moon entry, it says this Pokemon's mucus can dissolve anything. Toothless, it sprays mucus on its prey. Once they're nicely dissolved, it slurps them up like a ball of soup. So this thing will melt you, even if you're its friend, even if you're the best friend a Sliggoo has ever had. That thing will still eat you. It will eat your soul. It will eat your brain. It will eat your body. That's it for number 2, and now to number 1. Now, this was a pretty bad, it was a pretty good challenge. It was between like Frostlass. It was between Frostlass, Sliggoo, and this last Pokemon I'm gonna show you. But it came down that this is the creepiest one I think I've ever seen. It's like, wow. I mean, probably to you, probably it's Frostlass. It's probably the creepiest one. But I was debating which one to choose, and this one was number 1. So let's go. Now, our final Pokemon is Shedinja. Now, this Pokemon looks, it doesn't look bad. It has a halo above it. You would think, alright, it's good. But it's not. Let me show you why. Alright, so this Pokemon, his name is Shedinja. And we do not have an Dex on Sun and Moon, but this thing has been a very odd and peculiar Pokemon since Ruby, when it first came out. Ruby's thing says Shedinja's hard body doesn't move, not even a twitch. In fact, its body appears to be merely a hollow shell. It is believed this Pokemon will steal the spirit of anyone peering into its hollow back. Yep. Then I'm just gonna read you guys all of these. I mean, the ones that are weird. Shedinja is a peculiar Pokemon. It seems to appear unsought in a Pokeball after an Incada evolves. This bizarre Pokemon is entirely immobile. It doesn't even breathe. So, this thing doesn't breathe, and it steals your soul. What's next? Doesn't move either. A peculiar Pokemon that floats in the air, even though its wings remain completely still. The inside of its body is hollow and utterly dark. Next, let's see. A discarded bug shell that came to life. Peering into the crack on its back is said to steal one's spirit. And we have Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Shedinja, I can't even say it. Shedinja's hard body doesn't move. Not even a twitch, in fact. Its body appears to be... Okay, I think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are like the same thing. But it's peculiar. It doesn't move. Doesn't breathe. It flies without flapping its wings. It's hollow inside. You look into the hollow, you die. It appears in a Pokemon, and appears in a Pokeball after a Nincada evolves. But the Nincada didn't evolve into this dude. The Nincada didn't evolve into this Shedinja. It's still in the kata, but an extra Pokemon came in, which is this Pokemon. It went into your bag, and went into your bag, and it went into a Pokeball. It's like a spirit, and it even says evolving in kata with extra slot in party, which means you need an extra slot and a spare Pokeball. Wow. So now you can see why I chose this thing for number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want more. And this is Jadenator saying goodbye till next time. Peace.